Hi, welcome to lesson 2 of Lifeline. I'm glad to be here, just sharing about worship. It's what we're here on earth to do, to worship the Father. And we learned a few things last week, basic definitions of worship, what it is, how we are to do it, who the object of our worship is. And things like that. You can find last week's lesson just on this same channel, so that if you missed it, you can go back to it and listen. Now today we're going to be speaking about responding to God. You see, we said that worship is about revelation and response. So revelation, God is awesome. You can see it in His creation and things like this. How am I to respond? This is what we're speaking about this week, right? My name is Penina Ngombo, and we're reading from a book called Lifeline. It says on the cover there that as a lifeline is to a ship, so should worship be to mortal man. It's a 10-week study on worship. I hope that you will learn something at the end of these 10 weeks, right? Our chapter that we are reading from many times will be John chapter 4. It's a story about Jesus and the woman of Samaria. Many lessons to learn from that. So I would recommend that you get a hold of your Bible, go over John chapter 4, all of it in its entirety. It'll be of help. On to our lesson this week. I said it's about responding to God, and I'll proceed to read. This is a quote from a newspaper, a Jewish newspaper. This is what it says. A shocking thing, I tell you. Just listen. And I quote, "A man must say 3 blessings every day during morning prayers. He thanks God that He didn't make me a Gentile, that He didn't make me a woman, and that He didn't make me an ignoramus." End of quote. And I'm usually imagining it. Jewish men waking up every day saying 3 blessings. "God, I thank you that you didn't make me a Gentile, you didn't make me a woman, and you didn't make me an ignoramus." Well, the thought of it is pretty offensive, but it is done, says this newspaper. That shocking extract is a part of a prayer ritual ordered in the Torah for all Jews to repeat. An article in the Israeli Haaretz newspaper has confirmed. The article was titled, "Orthodox Judaism Treats Women Like Filthy Little Things." The article dealt mainly with anti-female hatred in the Torah, but it also let slip their attitude towards Gentiles. Now, from where I sit, I am a woman, I am a Gentile. So this is very offensive for me. But we need to study this so that we understand where all of this discussion in John chapter 4 of Jesus and the Samaritan woman is coming from. If a man and a woman are drowning in a river, first they'll save the man. The reason for that? The man is obliged to perform more commandments, whereas a woman's wisdom is only in the spindle. See that prejudice right there? It is with this backdrop of prejudice against women and Gentiles and any other group of persons or cultures that we read John chapter 4. So when you're reading John 4, you need to remember everything wasn't rosy and happy too. Well, there was prejudice back in the day against Gentiles, people of different cultures and things. Yeah. John chapter 4 is the story of Jesus and the Samaritan woman at the well. History tells us that Jews and Samaritans did not get along at all. The problem was that the Jews prided themselves in being direct descendants of Abraham through Isaac, the child of promise, whereas the Samaritans were considered to be half-breeds or a contaminated species of Jews. Therefore, the Jews typically looked down on the Samaritans. The Jews considered themselves to have the monopoly on the knowledge of God and everything about worshipping God, while at the same time ridiculing the Samaritans for their lack of knowledge of God. You see, Samaria had in it many different cultures, and with those cultures came many different views, ideas, opinions, and methods of worship. For the Jews, God is one, and according to them, there was only one way to worship Him, and that was their way. Much like many of us today. You look at another people and how they worship, and you think about you and how you do it, and you think, yeah, they have no idea what they're doing. That's what was going on even then. Culturally, the Jews also did not think very highly of women. In fact, according to Bible scholars, Jewish men to this day regularly offer up a prayer of thanksgiving to God in which they thank God that they were not born as a woman, ouch for me, a Gentile, double ouch for me, or an ignoramus, ouch. Jesus amazingly chose to share the most important truth on worship with a Samaritan woman. I said amazingly there because woman, Gentile, and Jesus, Jew. And he chose to share with her. I so love Jesus.